Hello, Mother. This is a
Jeez.
um, Hello, Mother. This is Half Mental, the show that's 90% baseball and the other half mental. I'm Walker Bueller.
I'm Adam Wainwright.
Oh, good one. Full game-o bueno.
I like that a lot. May we all be our own version of Adam Wainwright, man. Cheers.
Cheers.
I want nothing more for the people I love in my life to live their life as if they're Adam Wainwright. Guys got it all figured out, man.
It's horrible, Dan.
For those who are catching up, Adam Wainwright, on his 39th birthday, threw a 122 pitch complete game, and then he and Yadier Molina put on masks and gave each other hugs like they've done after so many World Series victories. And
yeah, the mask thing was really cool.
It was just the greatest thing. It was so great.
I agree. That was a good moment.
He adopted a kid at the beginning of last year, and he's just doing it right, man.
Yeah, everyone should be adopting, you know?
Yeah, totally.
All right, we haven't filmed in a while. That's on me. But nonetheless, welcome back, everybody. We know you've been dying to see us.
We are here to satiate your desires.
Not a whole lot going on this year, so I know that everyone's been waiting around for us to get back on the air. Since we've been gone. Go ahead.
Of just a few minutes before we sat down together, of just like listing everything I thought, oh, look, the page is going to disappear. Of just like running through.
He didn't write down anything.
Yeah, I'm not even holding a piece of paper. But of just listing, I tried to do it chronologically and that broke down at some point. So I don't know if it'd be instructive just to like run through these kind of quickly.
Yeah.
And then if you want to stop me and we can talk about specific things.
Yeah, let's do it.
Does that sound good to you?
Yeah. What is the list? I'm assuming it's things that have happened since
the baseball things I could think of.
Nice. Your mustache looks great, by the way.
Thanks, man. I love
looking
my
like
mustache.
A real Kike Hernandez now.
The people love the mustache, and I love the mustache. It's great.
It's a good look for you.
Thanks. But I didn't expect it to work out. If we're gonna be honest, I didn't think I had it in me. Okay, so I think this was immediately after we filmed last, is when the Cardinals got shut down due to COVID.
Right. Oh my gosh, yes.
The Cardinals missed 17 games due to COVID.
Yeah, and they're like 2 games back or something crazy.
We're 3 games back and in the playoff picture, and we've made up half of the games that we've missed already due to doubleheaders and stuff.
It's wild.
We played a game at Wrigley Field where we were the home team, which was super cool, actually, I think.
Yeah.
Zach Plesak and Mike Clevenger went out to dinner with their friends in Chicago. Joe Kelly kissy face. Nice swing, bitch.
Wait, that?
Yes.
I think that happened the night we recorded last. I think I was watching that game the night we recorded our last episode.
She's not home right now, bud. Okay. Love you. We need to give a little love to Shane Bieber of the Cleveland Indians.
Oh, yeah.
Like a totally historic season.
I've got Bieber fever.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Good point.
The Slam Diego Padres happened.
Oof.
Man.
This is a great little highlight reel that you're.
Yeah, thanks, man. So they hit grand slams in 5 consecutive games. The first of which was Fernando Tatis Jr. hitting it. The specifics were they were up by like 7 runs in the 8th inning, and it was a 3-0 pitch, and he swung, and like everyone thought he shouldn't have, and it was like, yeah, but I hit a home run.
Yeah, that was the weirdest thing.
It was so great though, and like a lot of players came to his defense, and then they just hit home or grand slams for a week straight. I forget the team that happened against now.
It was the Rangers.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. And that happened in the first game of a 4-game set against the Rangers, and they proceeded to just hit a grand slam in every game. It's so cool.
Yeah, and that was a long week of baseball. I remember someone tweeting out that week, like, it feels like the Padres have been playing the Rangers forever.
Yeah, and it was crazy. It was so cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
I don't think we ever talked about the photo of Tatis making that like leaping catch. Did you see that? Yeah. That was just as beautiful as things get.
Ooh, sorry about that. It's going to be an issue. Yeah, and the 3-0 thing was so weird. I guess you want to keep going, and then we might talk more about stuff.
I'm happy to do this, however.
Keep going.
Okay. Bryce Harper is like a top 10 player. Again, oh, brother.
Taken care
of. He's doing great. Don't worry about Bryce, everybody.
Yeah. Did you see that catch that Acuna made on him on Sunday?
Oh, I watched the catch. I didn't register that it was against him.
Yeah.
That was like Acuna's like 3rd game back from injury too, or something.
Well, yeah, and the first swing he took Garrett Cole like 473 feet out.
Garrett Cole is not the same out of Houston.
I know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Go figure. Probably banging trash cans on the pitching mound there too.
That leads me to my next note. Just says everybody hates the Astros.
Oh, it's the best.
The Astros can't figure it out, man. And I mean, it started with Joe Kelly, obviously, sort of. But I mean, it continues, and like Astros fans are handling it so strangely too, I think. They're so defensive.
I think it'd be such a tough spot, though.
I know. It's so weird, though.
Has Altuve figured things out? Because at one point he was batting like 160.
Yeah, he has. He's been playing well. Actually, the whole team is starting to play well again.
That's really too bad.
But like,
Altuve's up over 200.
I expected the Astros to just sort of like eat shit this year, even if their team was good. But like, understand that they're gonna have some shit happen, right?
Yeah.
But it's like they didn't expect there to be any of it.
Yeah.
And the fans, it's wild to see. I don't know.
So the A's series, obviously there was that bizarre bench clearing brawl that the Astros hitting coach started and then cowered behind too.
Oh, yeah. That didn't even make my list. Yeah, that was wild. I knew there was another like big event.
So weird, but also it is no surprise to me that the Oakland A's fans came up big on that series because Oakland A's fans are awesome. But did you see that every game of that series, they were flying a plane with a banner on the back of it that said like the Houston Asterix or something?
Yeah. I don't know. The plane thing was weird to me. Like, it was really hard to see. Like, I don't know.
I still think it's cool.
There's got to be better ways to do that. Get a billboard.
Yeah, billboards. But
I don't know. It seemed weird to me.
The coverage of it was cool. Shut up, Dan. I feel like this is me impersonating a Houston Astros fan. Didn't even have trash cans in 2018.
Yeah. It wasn't.
Doesn't have prop planes in 2019.
It's so wild, the things that fandom does to our brain, you know?
Yeah, it is.
And I mean, I do feel for them to a certain extent, but it's also just like, I don't know, guys, admit that it was crazy and There
Yeah,
we go.
it is pretty weird. I guess it's probably flipped, huh? Okay. What's next?
I've got the Yanks-Rays rivalry on here because that's pretty recent, specifically yesterday
I would love to talk more about that.
when the Yankees hit a batter and then Aroldis Chapman almost hit somebody in the head with a 100.5 mile an hour fastball.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if I were, I thought about it from this angle for the first time today. If I were a Yankees player who was making $30 million a year and was on the same playing level as a team as the Rays, who are actually, the Rays are up by like a handful of games, I think, right?
Yeah.
The Rays payroll for the entire team is $64 million. It's almost so different that it would be hard not to like think about it, you know? Like, we're supposed to be better than these guys. Like,
Right.
I could actually see that getting in the heads of Yankees to an extent.
Right.
To like, why aren't we better? Like, just to leading to more and more frustration with the Rays.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Currently 3.5 back,
3.5.
They'll have to score 6 runs in the next 3 innings to avoid being 4.5 back.
Did you hear the quote by the Rays manager, Kevin Cash, I think is his name?
No.
So he was talking, it was a post-game press conference yesterday. And he was upset. He said his bad coaching, bad pitching, bad leadership on the Yankees' part all the way down.
Oh, maybe I did see this.
And he said something like, and by the way, I got a stable of guys that throw 98 miles plus if they want to go that way, period. So it was actually sort of weird. It was like, yeah, we don't throw people intentionally. That's Bush League, blah, blah, blah. Plus, we got guys who could hit you in the head really hard, too, if you want to. It's like, well, no, that was not what you were.
Yeah, that's sort of
minutes,
cancels out your point.
Right. Like, we don't want you to do that, man.
So it also sheds some very strange light on, and this is why people hate the Astros.
Cool. So hold on. So the Yankees and Rays talk
yes.
we were having. Okay, cool.
Yes, hear me out. So Joe Kelly, I don't even care. Honestly, like the point isn't whether he threw intentionally or not. But Joe Kelly was all over the place that night. He threw balls. He never actually hit anyone. He did throw one over Correa's head. It was a breaking ball. I know that doesn't matter. I'm just saying it was not 100.5 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And the dude gets suspended for 8 games.
Got reduced to 5 upon his appeal. But yes.
It was? Okay.
Yes.
I
saw that today.
Okay. So reduced to 5. Okay. Did they make that announcement today?
I'm not sure when that got announced.
Okay.
I read it in relation because Chapman got a 3-game suspension.
Right. That's where I was going with this. Chapman gets 3 games for pretty clearly like headhunting.
Sure seems like it.
It's wild.
If only we knew.
Also,
if
neither of these guys hit anyone too, which I know is dangerous territory to get into, but it's like,
right.
This is when it gets really hard to start dishing out suspensions on something that didn't happen. And I'm not saying that I'm not promoting throwing at the head, but like it's really hard when you can't judge intent at all.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I saw in a game the other day, and really it should. The warning system is so stupid.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. It's like, okay, if you're convinced enough that they're going inside to dish out a warning, then just throw them out of the game. If you think at all that they're throwing at someone, just throw them out of the game. There should be no warnings ever. It should just go straight from 0 to 100.
Right. If you think somebody hit somebody on purpose, then they don't get the pitch anymore.
Throw the pitcher out, then give a warning to both. Say if it happens again, you're done. You're done. Anyway.
Yeah, it's weird. The trade deadline came and went on Monday.
And the Padres traded for everybody.
Yeah, everybody's a Padre now. Your favorite player is now a San Diego Padre.
When does Clevenger make his first start?
I don't know.
God, is he not the most perfect fit for a San Diego Padre?
Probably. I wish he didn't turn so like hateable.
I know.
Because I think he could be likable, but he's just not.
I was like just sort of like uncovering the Mike Clevenger stone. And I was like, this guy's cool.
Yeah.
And then that shit happened. And God, the other guy, Zach Plesac or whatever his name is, that guy seems awful.
So yeah, the Padres traded for Mike Clevenger, who is probably the best player traded at the deadline, I think. They also got Mitch Moreland to be like a platoon player sort of, and that should be really good. You saw some interesting things. So the playoff field's going to be 16 teams this year, right?
Uh-huh.
And so that led to like the Cardinals didn't do anything. And I think it's because like, we're going to make the playoffs, guys. I don't know what to tell you, you know? And the Padres were like, hell yeah, we're going to make the playoffs. Maybe we can win the World Series. Who knows? You know?
Right.
And like, I mean, I think it led to more activity in some ways. I mean, Reds were more active. The Reds made a couple trades. It was just interesting to see.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the Padres going forward a little bit.
I feel like in a series, I don't know. I feel like the Padres are just as good as any team out there.
Yeah, I mean,
they're not quite as deep as.
Yeah, I mean, stuff has to go their way a little bit, but
yeah,
the first round of the playoffs is going to be a 3-game series. Holt.
Yeah,
it's wild.
It is so wild. Sorry, I'm trying to see if I can find out when Clevenger's first start is. I apologize. I'll stop doing this in a second.
You're good. I saw numbers on the San Diego infield for the first time, like put together, and their infield as a whole is like hitting unbelievably.
Yeah, they have that rookie who plays first base for them sometimes, who's like amazing.
Cronenworth?
Yeah, something like that.
He's their second baseman. I mean, Hosmer's their everyday first baseman still. Isn't he?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. He would be he played first. I wonder if Hosmer was out or something during one of the Dodgers series because he was playing first, but that makes sense. He's definitely second baseman.
But, like, Hosmer's profile has always been that he, like, hit the ball really hard but hit ground balls all the time. And he started hitting line drives this year.
You think they're banging in the clubhouse?
Yeah.
Jake Cronenworth, yeah, second base. Yeah, he's a rookie and he's batting .356.
Crazy. Something else I learned since our last time we filmed is one of my favorite players to keep track of. Part of the inspiration behind the hat I'm sporting tonight is I learned I've been pronouncing his name wrong this whole time.
Yeah.
It is Luis Robert. It's not Robert. I don't know where I just like made that up, I think.
I mean, it was really convincing. You had me.
It just felt right.
Yeah.
I've been reading about him for like 4 years or whatever, because there was talk like the Cardinals were going to pursue him when he became a free agent. And in my head, I just always read it as Luis Robert. And finally, I looked it up for some reason, and like there's video of him going, "Yeah, it's Robert. It's Robert." It's like, okay.
He's amazing. That whole team is so much fun.
I know.
How much fun would a White Sox Padres World Series be?
It'd be so much fun. I mean, it would be so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh, something else worth mentioning is that I guess I don't know if this is up to date as of today or not, but Fernando Tatis Jr. is leading the National League in home runs. And Nelson Cruz is leading the American League. And they're like 20 years apart in age.
That's funny.
Nelson Cruz is like 42. And every home run he hits, they create some statistic that's like, the oldest player to ever hit a home run on the second Tuesday in August is now Nelson Cruz. We get it, man.
I saw this thing on Twitter the other night where Eric Kratz, a catcher for the Yankees, was going out to catch a younger guy.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh, yeah.
It was like a dugout camera, and he's like, just going out to play catch with my son.
Yeah, that was really cute. I think it was that player's debut, too.
Yeah.
His name. He looked good, though.
Clevenger starts tomorrow night. Did I already say that?
No, we hadn't gotten that info yet.
Okay. Yeah, he starts tomorrow night.
Who are they playing?
I was just looking at this. Angels.
Cool. We've had a lot of debuts and stuff this year, though. It's been kind of fun.
Oh, a big one last night for the Pirates.
Yeah. Who was it?
An interesting
Kane,
Brian.
Something like that. He had a home run, right?
Yeah, he did everything. He hit a home run. He made a couple good plays in the field. One was really funny. There were 2 outs, and he ended up throwing home on a non-force out to get the 3rd out. It looked like this really nice play, but it was like totally unnecessary, and you could tell he had no clue that there were already 2 outs. Hit a home run. He had like 2 doubles, and he tied the game. He didn't steal home, but there was like he had a really good jump on like just a tiny little, like almost like a bunt back to the pitcher, and he scored on it. Really impressive game.
Cool. The Pirates are all going to wear Roberto Clemente's number 21 on Roberto Clemente Day, which is sometime later this month.
I got to look up his first name. His last name's Hayes, but his first name was
wasn't it like
Key Brian? Key Brian.
Okay. Cool. Last night was kind of a crazy night. Cardinals beat the Reds 16-2.
Right.
And it was not the biggest blowout of the night.
I know.
The Cardinals, just to give them a second, put up a 16 spot against the Cincinnati Reds. And Forrest, this was my favorite little bit of it, is Archie Bradley was kind of the Reds' big pickup from the trade deadline. And I actually thought it was a cool pickup. I mean, they have Archie Bradley and Amir Garrett in the bullpen now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Which is super awesome. But he was forced to pitch in the 3rd inning as his first outing.
Whoa.
As a Cincinnati Red. Which is not what Archie Bradley is typically used for.
How did he do?
I think he pitched like an inning and 2/3 I think he did well. I don't think he allowed any runs.
It's weird to see Archie in a different uniform.
Yeah, it actually kind of was. I think he yeah. I mean, the Reds are a cool team. I don't know.
I agree. I feel like they should be so much better than they are.
Yeah, I thought they were going to be better. But to get to the headline
playoffs.
game of the night. The San Francisco Giants won 23-5. They had, as far as statisticians can tell, the first time that 3 teammates had 6 RBI in the same game.
Whoa, I did not know that one.
Yes.
That's wild.
And they had a guy hit 3 home runs and 2 doubles.
What happened to the Rockies?
I don't know, because they were even good for a little while this year, weren't they?
Yeah, we were chasing them for a while, like at the beginning of the season.
Charlie Blackmon was hitting like 500 for the first 20 games or something.
Yeah. The best part, I don't know if you saw any of the Rockies' Twitter activity yesterday.
Yes.
Because it was like, yesterday was September 1st, so it was like, new month. This is going to be
this is going to be a good one. We can feel it, guys.
And then they just got hammered. And then the tweet to follow the game was like, it was so funny. It was like, usually we post something positive after a loss. Not tonight.
This sucked. It said like, this sucked.
Yeah. Their social media person rules. And actually, while we're talking about Twitter, Vin Scully is now on Twitter. So
that was one of my final notes.
Okay.
Vin Scully joined Twitter today. And at the time I was made aware of it, had been on Twitter for 57 minutes and had 38,900 followers.
Nice. Wonder how he's doing now.
And I've been on Twitter for 3 fucking years. And I continue to bounce between 30 and 31 followers.
That's amazing.
It's so funny to me.
Well, you know what team we haven't talked about at all?
We haven't talked about the Dodgers at all.
Because they're pretty good.
I do think I made a note. Well, we did talk about Joe Kelly.
Yeah. It feels like we're kind of in a rut right now. It's not showing up in the win-loss column.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that just so tough for you?
Our bullpen has given up some runs in the last few days, and things for a second there were looking real crisp and real clean. Cody Bellinger's missing his 2nd game in a row tonight. Justin Turner's injured. On the other hand, Walker Buehler is coming back tonight and pitching. Kershaw looks great.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Which is awesome.
I was amazed earlier this season. Justin Turner recorded his 1,000th career hit. And, like, I know he was a late bloomer, but, like, it's really hard to get 3,000 hits or whatever, you know? Like,
yeah.
He's been a really good player for a while.
Yeah.
And he had multiple, like, MVP caliber seasons. And he won't get 2,000 hits.
Yeah, nope.
He might not get 1,500 hits, you know?
He also is now in sole possession of the Dodgers. He is the Dodger who has been hit by the most pitches.
Ever.
And when it happened, it was hilarious because he looks crazy this year. He looks like the Philadelphia Flyers mascot. I can't think of his name.
Pretty.
Yeah. But he got hit and then he just like pointed. And when I saw the highlight, I didn't know that that's what he was doing, but he's pointing for the ball because it was like,
because he knew it was a record.
Yeah, but
what a weird record.
But it was so weird. He just got hit and he was like kind of mad and he just like slowly points at the ball. I need to find that for you because it is bizarre. Mookie Betts is amazing.
I know. I can't believe you guys have Mookie Betts forever.
I know. I keep waiting for his jersey to drop in price just a little bit.
Yeah, they typically do that with young superstars on a major market team.
Just got traded.
I mean, he's just the perfect baseball guy.
So
he's perfect.
When he had his 3 home run game, Brandon McCarthy made a really great point. And he was like, there are some guys that can hit home runs in baseball games, and that's a really awesome thing. And then there's Mookie Betts, who is really good at hitting 3 home runs in baseball games.
Oh, because he's had lots of 3 home run games or something, right?
Yeah, he's had 6. He's tied for
Which is tied for the most ever. Yeah, so he'll likely break that record. I mean,
the best was the stats about like the games it took the other guys to get their 6.
Right.
Sammy Sosa got it like at the end of his career, like
it was like his 2000th game or something.
Yeah,
like
and
that,
it's
probably.
like Mookie Betts is like,
it's probably like 700 games into his career or something like that.
It's wild.
I'm glad you brought that. I remember those 3 home run game stats. Yeah, that was crazy. The Dodgers are already being talked about as a landing spot for Francisco Lindor.
That's so crazy. I know you mentioned that. I don't even know
which would legitimately make you guys, I mean, assuming he just slots in or however he slots in, it would probably put the Dodgers among the best starting 8 ever.
Yeah. So, also sort of quietly, I mean, at the beginning of the season, there was more talk about it, but Corey Seager is having like a really good year.
Yeah.
He
just hits the hell out of the ball.
Yeah, he's kind of the player this year that I think everyone thought he was going to be all along.
How many did he have? 3 seasons significantly affected by injury?
Yeah, 3 in a row.
Yeah, that sucks. He was so good. I mean,
maybe it was just 2 full seasons.
It was a lot,
3 though. It was a lot, yeah. And it actually kind of was starting to feel like maybe he wouldn't, he would just never really reach the point everyone thought he would.
Yeah.
He has as many doubles as Mookie. He's hit 9 home runs, which is
pretty good.
Second on our team to Mookie. That's not true. Bellinger's got up to 10 already. Never mind. 26 are like the things he is doing, I feel like, are the things that don't necessarily show up on the box score like this. Like, it's like we'll have first and third 2 outs, and Corey Seager comes up and like he's gonna hit a double. Like, that's just what he does this year. It's like he gets big hits. Like, if the playoffs happen and if we go far, I think he's finally going to be the guy that like gets the big hit.
Yeah.
We haven't had in the past. We also have Mookie Betts now, though.
Yeah. I mean, the best place to put yourself in, which the Dodgers is when you don't need the big hit, right? Like,
right. Yeah.
Because you're so much better than everyone else. And I mean, yeah, playoffs and World Series always tighten up, but I mean, you guys were able to survive. Like, Cody Bellinger was bad for like a month and a half. He looked like Cody Bellinger of what year? 2018.
I actually didn't expect him to turn it around. He looked so lost to the plate.
Yeah.
And I mean, his batting average is still pretty bad. It's 225, but he's hit 10 home runs. He's got 22 RBIs. He like knows how to hit again.
He's putting it back together.
But man, for a while there, he just looked lost. He looked like he did in that World Series against the Astros, which he looked like an idiot in that World Series.
I mean, that was like the worst I've ever. He looked so bad.
Yeah.
He was so predictably bad in that World Series.
Yeah.
It was.
Corey Seager wasn't much better. I remember thinking it was just like throw those 2 guys a slider inside, and there's just like a hole in their swing. And that's what the Astros did. And then they cheated.
That is most of my list, and a little bit extra for our viewers.
That was fun. Hey, we should do this more often.
Yes, we should. I've got one more thing on here.
Okay.
And I teased this to you the other day.
Oh, can I say one more thing? I know what you're going to say. I just didn't say this, which is shocking. Clayton Kershaw is now the winningest left-handed pitcher of all time. Thank you.
Yeah, that's great.
A lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, but here we are, and I'm pretty excited about it.
So proud of you.
Thank you.
I am a huge fan of the 7-inning. It disappears. There
This is my Clayton Kershaw calendar. Every month.
Is that a 2020?
Has a different Clayton Kershaw photo.
You pay money for that?
I got it for Christmas.
Oh my God.
Kershaw.
Oh, that is too funny. Oh, I like that one.
Just happened to be right.
Good one, April.
Right here, because I've been highlighting every day I work out on my Kershaw calendar.
Oh,
okay.
Man.
I'm so sorry. I'm really anxious to hear what you're about to say.
I'm a huge fan of the 7-inning doubleheader. How do you feel about the 7-inning doubleheader?
I think I kind of like it too, honestly. I know a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people hate it.
How are you feeling about the
sat down and like watched a 7-inning doubleheader? But
it can be kind of disorienting. It happened to me a couple weeks ago. The Cards were in one, and we were in the 8th inning of a game. It was a Cubs game. It was the 8th inning, and it was tied at the end of 7, so it went to the 8th, and I just wasn't thinking. And the Cubs scored 3 runs, and then the Cardinals scored 2 runs, and then the game was over. It's like, whoa.
Wait, so do they start with a runner on second in that situation?
In the 8th inning, it starts with a runner on second.
Wow. Interesting.
So I'm still not sold on the runner on second thing.
Yeah.
But I do think I'm sold on 7-inning doubleheaders. So here is my radical schedule idea. Baseball takes Mondays and Thursdays off. And then between Tuesday, Wednesday, this might not work perfectly. More or less, they take Mondays and Thursdays off. And then they can play double headers on a weekend series and a middle of the week series and make up games. And they can shave a week off of the front end and a week off of the back end without reducing the number of games.
So you're talking 2 doubleheaders per 7 days.
Not every week.
Okay.
I don't think they would have to do it every week because that would lead to like a lot of buildup of games. Right. They would just have to make up like 10 games a year.
Yeah.
In the huge schedule. I think it'd be great.
What do you think would be so great about that? I'm just curious to hear more.
There's been talk for years about shortening the season because it's difficult to play the 162 games and allow adequate time off around the All-Star break and just general time off during the season. So, opening day is getting pushed earlier and earlier into March. And then we oftentimes have like the last game of the World Series scheduled on November 1st or 2nd, where it'd be better if everything were, you would have less chance of bad weather and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you were to just push stuff a little bit. Yeah. And so, the solution I always saw was to play like 146 or 152 games. But I think the 7-inning doubleheader is kind of where it's at.
I like it.
Cool.
When do the playoffs start this year?
I don't know, man.
Probably like end of the month, right?
Yeah, I think it's the month of October is still playoff baseball. So I'm not sure. Yeah. They're talking about doing bubbles for the playoffs. Have you heard that?
I have not, but I will say it seems like whatever the NBA has done with the bubble has worked. I haven't really heard of any NBA players getting.
The NBA and NHL. The
NHL.
NHL has like 2 or 3 bubbles, I think. 2 bubbles, maybe.
I was just seeing if I could find a quick date for the postseason, but my assumption is that the postseason is going to be regular time.
Yeah, I think it will be because I mean they have to fit it in. Yes.
The best of 3 wild card series will run from Tuesday, September 29th through Friday, October 2nd. The entire postseason schedule will be announced in the weeks ahead. So I mean, it's the first week of September. We should plan to record every week this month because
I agree.
Baseball's gonna be over soon.
Yeah, we're gonna be back into the darkness.
Yeah, which is gonna be real dark this year.
I'm amazed at how well the season's gone, frankly.
No, it started rough, but it seems like
the
Clevenger Plesac thing was a real gross little bump.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch his apology when he was like driving in his car?
I didn't actually watch it. I mean, I saw what it was. I don't know.
It's bad. All right. Last thing. World Series winner through halfway point. I know we're a little over halfway at this point, but
the Los Angeles Dodgers.
That's my boy right there. That's my boy. That's my boy. Same. All right. Well, it's been great seeing you guys. See you next week.
Bye.